Thank you. Today I'm joined by my colleagues from West Virginia and from Rhode Island. We're kind of a motley group. Talking about something that has brought us together with a level of excitement and bipartisanship. And I like to say not just bipartisanship, but really coming across the ideological barriers that we frequently experience here to try and talk about an issue that's near and dear to our heart, which is maintaining, for us, an opportunity for our coal miners and our coal industry to continue to do what they've done for generations, and that is produce electricity that fuels this economy in the United States of America. But also recognizing that regulatory certainty is one of the key values that we need to establish. In order to provide that certainty, we need to address concerns of other members of our caucus that have a lot, in no small measure, a lot of concern about what's happening with CO2 emissions and what those emissions are doing environmentally. And so I want to just kind of introduce this concept. We, back in 2008, passed something called 45Q, which was a provision that would allow for tax credits, similar to what we have for wind and solar. Wind credits tend to be production tax credits. Solar credits are investment tax credits. To provide for tax credits, $10 and $20. $10 if you're injecting into a formation where you're enhancing oil recovery, $20 if you're injecting into just a geographic formation to store the carbon, the CO2. Those credits have proven to be, albeit used, but somewhat anemic to jumpstart the technology, to jumpstart the opportunity to see wholesale carbon sequestration. We also know that since 2008, we've seen new technologies coming. And I know that my colleague from Rhode Island will talk about carbon utilization. We're expanding beyond just carbon sequestration, carbon capture and sequestration, to carbon utilization. It's a hugely important part of this puzzle. But we believe that if we provide these tax incentives to our industry, we provide these tax incentives to our innovators, that it will drive technology that will have the benefit of guaranteeing that we will see a diverse fuel source in this America that includes coal and includes natural gas. We always want to point that out. Where we represent coal states, I also, and I know West Virginia, in proximity to huge natural gas fields, we know that we may be faced with a carbon challenge in natural gas, and the ability to capture CO2 behind natural gas-fired power may be an essential ingredient for regulatory certainty into the future. And so we're very excited about this bill. We have 25 co-sponsors who will, in fact, I think, continue to talk about it, continue to grow colleague support. We hope that this show of bipartisanship, this ability to work across the aisle, this ability to come together, maybe not with the same motivation, but certainly with the same goal, is going to prove that we will prove that on one of the most contentious issues here, which is climate and coal, that we can come together and actually get something done that we can all agree on. And with that, I yield the floor and defer to my colleague from West Virginia.